What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. The Geeky guy here, and today we'll be going against Oldhim. So for the first gameplay here, so I am considering playing flick flags, I guess. Maybe we can remove the flick flag and put in a sing belows instead, but I am looking to actually go as wide as possible against Oldhim, so I'm going to put in some Art of War. Hopefully that helps some razors to push some damage, and then just let's get to it. So I haven't tested this deck against any Oldhim, so because people been testing out so much of the people been testing so much of Uzuri, and the other one would be Riptide and Azaleas. So Oldhim seems to be forgotten. Just gonna pitch for this. Right, he's choosing this to block. Alright, he should pitch. Yeah, he should pitch for that. So he's pitching away Oaken Old. So I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna go for the second Kadachi, and maybe chuck away our Whelming Gust Wave. So it's gonna activate the I believe it's the Insidious Chill, so it's gonna be me putting a card on top. So it doesn't really matter actually. I'm gonna put Mugenshi on top. That's fine. So I'm gonna go with Nadidachi. So it depends if he really wants to block this. Right, he's gonna take this one. So I could go for Descendant Gust Wave and force some damage, or I could save this into my arsenal for another turn. So I do have a Mugenshi coming up. So it really depends how I want to do this. I can either play Descendant Gust Wave, but it most likely wouldn't hit because he would actually block this without any issues. I don't see any issue with him blocking this. So I'm gonna go with Whelming just to get Whelming in the discard. Just to take another card in his hand. Right, so it's gonna block it with a Cranial Crush, so it's fine. So we're gonna put this into our arsenal. So this would be our hand. So this is fine actually. This is not bad. It's just that I couldn't go into a Descendant Gust Wave. I mean Bonds. Just because I don't think I have enough of a... So it's coming for 8. So it's gonna fuse it. So every time we defend, and whenever we activate an ability, yeah, so it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna take those. Right, we wouldn't want to have too many Frostbites under our control, so that's fine. So I'm gonna go for Be Like Water. I'm gonna push Mugenshi for the Razor, and let's see how that works out. He does have a lot of defense reaction to work with, so it's an Oldhim anyway. We just want to remove as much cards as possible, so we wouldn't have to deal with those huge attacks that come from him. So he's gonna block with a Creative Fist, so that's interesting. So if he were to go for a reaction, we're gonna pass reaction over to him. Yeah, he's gonna go for the Crown of Seeds. So let's see how this one goes. So if he does have a, he could pitch for a could pitch an earth card for the defense reaction, so it's gonna be 5. It's still not enough unless he has a defense reaction in his hand. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna try to focus more on my Kodachis to get the damage in, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do next is Descendant Gust Wave anyways. So let's see. If I could get the naming as Surging Strike, it's gonna help out a lot. Yep, he does have a Sing below. That's fine. I'm gonna go for the Descendant Gust Wave play anyways. Just gonna block. He does have a... Gonna go for Descendant. So he just has to block 2 here because the crown is still active, since the previous damage was actually mostly negated by the Sing below. Right, so currently waiting for him to play something out. Let's see if he's gonna defend this. It's gonna come for 2. He just has to pitch an earth card if he does. But based on what we have seen so far, it seems that he is more of a ice-based Oldhim. So let's see how this goes. So there is no reaction here. So he's saying to let him know if going too slow, but I guess this is fine. Right, he's going for a ice react. Yep. Let's see if it's gonna take this 3 damage. Nope. Since you don't really have a card in hand, I'm gonna pass. Right, so we do have another Be Like Water. We can go for a Spinning Wheel Kick instead. Kodachi. Maybe start with a Spinning Wheel Kick. Right, it's just gonna Arsenal that, I'm guessing. Yep, so we're gonna go for a Kodachi, or maybe start out with a Spinning Wheel Kick instead. So let's just do that. It's gonna choose an instant. Let's see what it chooses. It's choosing to play Oasis Respite. That's fine. So it's gonna be more of a slow game. So I'm gonna try to preserve most of my attack. That's what you usually want to do. I could just break my breaking skills, but it's not really worth it at this point. Gonna go for a Dachi. Gonna try our best to actually sneak in some damage. I'm gonna go Kodachi into winds. I'm gonna Arsenal be like water, and then hopefully that would help. Just gonna block with a Crater Fist. So we do have all our Surgings in the deck, so it's not really an issue to go a bit slow. Nope. As long as Oldhim is taking some of the damage, so it's fine. I'm gonna add this into the arsenal. So we do have Be Like Water, it's just that we have a resource issue. So it's gonna be another Endless Winter. So if I take this, I'm gonna be down to, so whenever, so he did reveal a Winter's Bite. So even if I block with my, so we wouldn't want that. We're just gonna take all of those. Down to 24, that's fine. Just gonna play Be Like Water here. So it's just gonna block for 3, and then he's gonna just play Crown. Then I'm gonna just flash out the Ancestral in order to just draw a card, hopefully draw into a blue, so we can play out our Surging and Whelming. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna pay to give this card a name. Just gonna give Surging Strike. Just gonna pass. No. We're gonna pass. We're gonna use Katsu's ability. We're gonna look for Bonds of Ancestry. We're gonna play Whelming here. So we're gonna save this Surging for the next turn. So we wanna be able to put consistent pressure. So that's the point. So we do not have much of a good combo card to play out. I guess we could play out Spinning Wheel Kick by using the Tunic, but I could save the Tunic for something more important. Instead, I'm gonna play out. If I do choose to play out the Red Whelming Gust Wave, it's gonna be a bit difficult. But let's see. Because we're gonna have, it's gonna be our last Whelming, and it is going towards something. It's going for Crown. It's gonna pitch that. We're gonna pass. Right, it's going to do the Ice React again, I guess. It's going to, oh, it's not going to do the Ice React. I'm gonna pass this. So it's going for a Sink below, and there is a Crown behind. So yeah, as long as it's not Ice Reacting my Surging back to the top of my deck, I'll be happy enough to actually. So we're gonna play Bonds here. So let's see what we could get. A Spinning Wheel Kick. Just gonna have to block for 3 here. So it's gonna block for 4. That's fine. So I'm gonna use my Tunic to play Right, so I have to pitch. So I do have a frostbite under me due to endless winter. So, right, because I activated my ability. So, right, I forgot about that. So we're gonna go with. No, we're gonna just pass actually. Unfortunately, right. For this one, it's a bit of a tough hand because we have two surgings, so that's not really what I want to see. I could go for a twin twister into surging, so let's do that. Let's go for a one attack. So let's see if it's gonna activate at the instant. So if he blocks Twin Twister, I'm gonna play out the Surging, and then hopefully if that hits, I'm gonna look for a Descendant Gust Wave. I'm gonna play that out, and then I'm gonna Arsenal this Surging. So provided there's not much disruption for him, especially with the Ice Defense reaction. So let's see how it goes. So he's taking his time. So there's no reaction from me. Nope. So it's gonna allow that to hit. I'm gonna use Katsu's ability. I'm gonna remove a card from hand. I'm gonna look for a Descending Gust Wave. Let's play that out. So let's see, he's not blocking, at least for now. So let's see. If he doesn't block this, I get to draw a card, and then let's see where do we go from there. So I don't have any cards in my hand, so Ice React doesn't really do anything to me. So he's gonna choose Rampart and Crown. So he's blocking for 2. Let's pass. So still has a 4-card hand. 4-card hand. Oldhim can be a little scary, but he doesn't have a Creative Freeze anymore. Nope. Let's see what we draw into. We can go into Kodachi. That's fine. Right, so we drew into a decent hand actually. Now we have to see what he plays. So double strike actually is fine. Especially we have AE in our hand. So I have another Whelming Gust Wave in the deck. So he's coming in with a CNC. I'm guessing that's a pummel. So it's a CNC pummel. I'm gonna be losing 10 lives from here. So it's not worth blocking this actually. I could go slower and try to block and then save my surging, or I could just take all the damage. If it's just pure CNC, it's fine. Let's take the 6 and see if he has any pummel in his hand. If it's just 6, it's really not that bad. So he's taking his time. Hopefully he makes a move soon enough. So let's see. So each point of damage is pretty useful against Oldhim. So I am considering to actually pitch Kodachi Knives out into double strike. But let's see. He's taking his time. Yeah. Still waiting for his reaction. Right. So it doesn't have a pummel. So even I were to block with so I'm gonna go Kodachi into Knives Out, I guess. So he's going for a right. So he did play out an OA Series Spider and then he immediately undid that. So I'm considering let's see if he has any reaction. So I guess I'm gonna Arsenal the Knives Out, so let's see how it goes. So he's gonna go for the crown play. So it's gonna be crown, and I'm gonna go on ancestral. So he does have earth cards in his deck. It's just that not many, I guess. Right, so it's gonna play out a Sing Below. Top of that, no, it's fine really, because I'm gonna see what we draw into with the AE. So we can actually plan from that. So it's a blue whelming. It's one of the worst card that I can draw into, but that's fine. So he does still have the Crown of Seeds active. So I don't think you want to block that. Yeah, let's just chip away some damage. That's fine. We take what we can. Just gonna improvise from there. I'm gonna use Katsu ability. Right, so I'm gonna try to play Knives Out this turn. So our Kodachi is gonna come for 2/2s instead. It's gonna come for 8 dominate. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna go down to, so it's a 15, we're gonna take 8, we're gonna go down to 7. I don't really mind going down to 7. So let's go for Kodachi here. Kodachi, Knives Out, Spinning Wheel Kick. Spinning Wheel Kick, if our Spinning Wheel Kick hits, I'm gonna break Breeze Rider and Breaking Scales, look for a Red Whelming. I believe I do have another Red Whelming, and then I'm gonna go for the Mugenshi play. So it's blocking with Rampart here. Right, he's spamming the undo button for some reason. So it's either he forgot to pitch for... I'm guessing he forgot to pitch for the Knives Out. So let's go for a Spinning Wheel Kick. So even he did block with the Ram's Head, I'm still gonna deal 1 damage. So let's see. So we do have the Katsu activation. So we're gonna Breeze Rider. I'm gonna use Katsu's ability. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna look for a Red Whelming. I'm gonna go for this. Hopefully it doesn't activate the Ice React. If no, that would be the worst. But let's see. So it's gonna block with an Oaken Old. So let's go for a Breaking Scales. Actually, I didn't really have to go for Breaking Scale. I could just play it at the Mugenshi, but Mugenshi is coming for 5. Guess he's just gonna block for 6. So let's see if he activates any instant here. So it's just gonna pass. So he did pitch an Earth card to prevent 2 damage. Right, so I'm gonna see how he's going to actually prevent this Mugenshi. I'm really interested to see that. If he has a defense reaction in his hand, that would be big for him. So it's just gonna pass. Alright, we can choose up to 2 cards. Play out this. Alright, I can only Mugenshi is gonna come for 5. Right. So he's gonna pass. He's gonna take 2. Right. So I'm gonna go for the Kodachi play. Not much else I can do anyways. Right, so I have 200 wins in my... I'm curious why he keeps undoing his actions. Right, I'm hoping that he would pitch for this. It's either a bug on Talishar's side for not coding in Rampart's ability for pitching, but right. So it's really weird that he didn't pitch before this. I don't know if it was intentional, because this is my first time playing against Oldhim on Talishar anyways, so not sure. Let's see if it's gonna prevent this with Crown. Yeah, I can't because he doesn't have an arsenal. So he could block this Dachi and then hope for the best. I don't know. So I'm thinking whether to actually arsenal this wins. I hope I don't regret arsenaling it. So against Oldhim, it's always a bit slow, a grindy game. You just have to know to preserve some of your attacks. But I do think that he made some mistakes in blocking, especially blocking a naked whelming, which does not provide me any value. Much of an value if it hits. He should block the Mugenshi instead. Other than that, I did not have any huge turn, I guess. So interestingly, he chose to actually take the damage. So I'm gonna go for the Fluster Fleece play and hopefully go into Conceal Blade. It's gonna block. Gonna go for Conceal Blade. Right, it's a GG. Yeah, that was an interesting game. Anyways, I hope you guys get some sense from the combo plays, although especially against Oldhim, it seems to be Katsu's biggest, one of the biggest weakness actually, in terms of the character's defense. But also I think my opponent might be a bit new to Oldhim. See a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Do like and subscribe.